Welcome to today's Flutter tutorial. We are diving into two essential layout widgets, which are row and column. These widgets are the backbone of Flutter layout system, helping you arrange child widgets horizontally and vertically. Let's explore these features and learn how to use them effectively. What are row and column widgets? Row and column widget allows you to arrange multiple child widgets in a single line, either horizontally or vertically. They are perfect for organizing your UI in a structured layout. Let's start with a basic example of a row widget. On my screen here, I have my main void main method, and I have my run app method, which takes my app, which is a stateless widget, as a parameter. I have my material app returned, and I have my home as my scaffold. So I'm going to be adding body here, and which is going to take a center widget, and then I'm going to add my row widget. My center widget, we have a child which is going to take row widget. So as I explained the other time, I said row and column widget allows you to manage multiple children. So because row and column allows you to manage multiple children, when we are passing any parameter to this row, it's going to be list of children. So if you hover on this row now, you can see that you're going to have a list of children which are of type widget. So I'm going to have children, and then I can now pass the list of widgets which I want to align horizontally, because I said the other time the role basically allows us to have multiple children widgets arranged in a horizontal layout, and I'm going to be giving an example now. So the first widget is going to be icon, and going to be icons dot let me use circle, or let me use star first, and then I'm going to have, let me give you a color is going to be colors dot red, and the size is going to be 50 pixel. Then I'm going to, let me add a constant keyword here just to remove the blue line. I'm going to format this. Let me copy this and paste and do the same thing. So let me change the color. This is going to be green, and this is going to be blue. I'm going to save this now, and when I save it, you will see on my screen here that we have 3 stars. Yeah, we have 3 stars. The first one is the red star, the second one is the green, and the last one is the blue, all arranged horizontally because this is a row. So a row on widget will arrange your list of children widgets horizontally, while column we arrange them vertically, and we're going to go into that very soon. So before I move to column, let me show you some other things you can do with your row. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the main axis alignment. So your main axis alignment allows you to align your children widgets in the main axis. So for row, this is the main axis. Your horizontal line is your main axis. So for this is the main axis. So I can say main axis. If I say main axis is the center now, and I say this is going to move to the center here because this is my main axis. If I say dot end and I save it, it's going to move to the end here. So if I say dot start, it's going to come to the start here, and I can still do other things, like I can say dot space around, space between, space evenly. So if I want to space it evenly, I can use dot space evenly, and I have equal space. And if I say dot space between, so yeah, you can see space between. So this is how we make use of main axis. Now the thing about a row widget and a column widget is that it will only take let me remove this center widget first. Remove this widget and let me save this now. So okay, you can see that immediately I remove the center widget, it comes back to the top of my screen. Now look at this. Now if I now say cross axis alignment and say cross axis alignment, and I say dot, let me use dot center for now. I want to show you something. Now, do you notice that this is not coming down? I said for the main axis, this is the main axis. While for the cross axis, this is the cross axis. Now, the reason why, let me add constant here, just to remove that. Yeah. Now, the reason why it's not coming down is because your rule will only take the space of the child widget. Now, we assign 50 pixels to the size of this, 50 pixels to the size of this, and 50 pixels to the size of this. So your rule will only confine itself to this space. So if I want to use this cross axis alignment, then I need to wrap this first. Wrap it in something like a container, and then I need to give it an height of, let's say, 500 pixels. And let me save this now. Now you can see that this has come down. Let me add the color to this so that you can understand better. And I say colors dot, let me use gray, and let me save this. Now the total years from year to year is 500 pixels. So the center of it is going to be here, and that's why we have it here. So I can say cross axis alignment dot end. It's going to come down here. I can do different things in my cross or with my cross axis. I can say dot start, which is the default. It's going to start here. So that's that on the row widget. Now I'm going to be jumping into the column widget, and I'm going to just remove this. I'm going to remove this for now. Yeah, I'm going to remove this for now, and I'm going to say this is going to be, let's use center again, and let's add command just to format it. So you can now come up here, say this will take a child, which is going to be a colon, and then we're going to remember we're having a list of child widgets that are going to be arranged vertically now. So we can say children, and we're going to pass the list of those children. Let's add const here. Yeah, so we're going to have a list of those children, and now we're going to use test widget this time around, and this is going to be first line, and let's give style to it. So we can say test style, and we're going to give a font size of 24 pixels. Yeah, so let's save this. We will have it at we have it at the center here, because this is the center. Remember, we use our center widget here. So we're going to copy this. Let's copy this, and then I'll add comma here. Then I'll paste this in my comma and paste this. So let's change this to second line, and this is going to be our third line. Let's save this. So you're going to notice that you have them aligned vertically, the first line, second line, and third line. So you can see the difference between a column and a row now widget. So now let's do the same thing we did for row widget. Let's use main axis alignment. So you can guess now, for main axis alignment, it's going to be where your main axis alignment this time around is going to be like this, vertically, while your cross axis alignment is going to be horizontally. So now if we add main axis alignment dot center now, and you're going to come and it's going to take this place. Yeah, it's going to take this place. If you add dot end, it's going to take this place. Now the same thing concerning the cross-axis alignment for row, you're going to notice the same thing here. Now let's do something and see something. Cross-axis. So if I say cross-axis alignment dot start, yeah. Now you'll be thinking that it's supposed to come here and start from here. No. The only thing I did that align everything here. Now the reason why it's like that is because it will only take this space of the child widget. It will only take the space of the child widget. So for it to take the whole screen of your mobile app, all you need to do is that you need to wrap this refactor and wrap it. Let's wrap it the same way we did that time with a container, and let's remove this constant keyword. Let's remove the center widget also on refactor, and then remove this widget, and let's add our constant here. Save this. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to add width to this now. And we're going to say double. Let's use double dot infinity. Double dot infinity simply means take the whole width of your screen. And let's save this now. Now you can see that it's starting at this edge now. So I can say dot end, and you notice that it will move to this end. So let me change this to dot center and save this now. Then you see that the center of your screen. So you can play around with this for better understanding. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is nesting row and column. The good thing is that you can nest your row and column widget to create complex layout. So when you're building a mobile app, you're going to have a row here, you're going to have another row here, you're going to have another row of another section here. You have a first section, another section, another section, another section. So you need to understand how you nest your row and column together in order to achieve this layout, and that's what we're going to be talking about now. So I'm going to I'm going to remove this now again, column widgets, yeah. So and I'm going to center this. I'm going to use my center widget first, and then I'm going to have child, which is going to be my column. Why am I using column first? Because I want everything to come from top to bottom. Our website layout is usually from the top to the bottom, so that's why I'm using column. And then I'm going to be having children. Now what are my children going to be? Let me add constant here. Because we're going to have rows of widgets from top to bottom, that means my widgets are going to be what? Row. So row widget, and I'm going to have children. So like this now, I can now start passing whatever I want to have here. So I'm going to use icon again. I'm going to say icon and say icons dot circle. I'm going to use circle this time around, and I'm going to give it a color, and I'm going to say colors dot purple, and I'm going to give it size of 40 pixel, and I'm just going to copy this again. Sorry, just say 40. Just put size. Yeah. I'm going to have 40 pixel, and then I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to duplicate it, then change the color to orange, and I'm going to also change this color to pink. Yes. I'm going to save this. Yeah. Let me format that comma here. Yeah. I'm going to save this now. And you can see we have a purple, orange, and pink up here. So let me do something. Let me make this main axis alignment, and let me use main axis alignment of space evenly. Yeah, and save this. And also let me add main axis alignment here. I want it to be in the center. So I'm going to use center here. So you'll notice something. Okay, so it's in the center here. So this main axis alignment, and I put it in center. I have it at the center here. So let's make it dot start. And save it. Yeah, we're going to have it at the start here. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be adding another row, because I told you we're going to have it from the top to the bottom. So this is the first row. So we're going to have the second row, which is going to be, we're going to have another children. And this time around, we're going to make it test. And then we're going to pass 1. I'm not going to style it now. I'm just going to copy and paste, and then I'm going to make this 2. I'm going to make this 3. And now I'm going to show you something that is very important when you are nesting your roll and column. Now you can see that I have it here. So you can see that it's kind of very close to this. So when you want to give space between widgets in your column or in your row, we normally use what we call sized box. So if it's going to be a space from up to down, if it's going to be space between two widgets that are on top of each other, you're going to use height. I'm going to give 20 pixels. I'm going to add comma here. I'm going to save this. Now you notice that I have space here. So normally I would have loved to use my, just copy this main axis alignment, and then but I want to show you how you can also still use size box within this. So you can just, if it's beside each other like this, you can use size box. And now it's going to be width, and I'm going to give 20 pixels this time around. And now you're going to notice the space between 1 and 2 now. So you can see the space between 1 and 2. So that is just to explain to you that you can use size box to give space between. So but I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use my main axis alignment. I'm going to make a main axis alignment dot space between, just like, yeah. Or I can say space evenly, yeah. Space evenly, and then save it. And voila, I have that. So by nesting row and column, you can build and structure the layout of your app and make it beautiful. So it helps you to like build structured and responsive layout for your app. So before I end this video, I'd just like to explain this again, and it's very important: your main axis and your cross axis alignment. For main axis alignment, it aligns the children along the main axis. For row, it is horizontal, while for column it is vertical. While for cross axis alignment, it aligns the children along the cross axis. That's for row, it's going to be vertical, and for column, it's going to be horizontal. So I can copy this again, and just to show you, I can just copy this again, and then I can have as many widgets in your. So I'm going to just copy this size box, and then I'm going to paste this. I'm going to paste this here. Yeah. So you'll notice that I'm going to have my, I have it down here again. So from top to bottom. Sometimes you need your widget to share space dynamically, and that's why I'm going to be talking about expanded widgets. So this is where you use expanded widgets, and let me show you an example. So my app bar, I'm going to have, under my app bar, I'm going to have body, and then I'm going to use column. Then I'm going to have children, and my children is going to be container, and then I'm going to give you a color of, let's say, color dot red, and I'm going to just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to give this blue, So if I save this now, I won't see anything because we didn't define the height and width for our container, which are children inside a column. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wrap this with the expanded widget. I'm going to wrap this with expanded widget, and then I'm going to just give this an height of, let's say, 30 pixels, and I'm going to save this. So when I save this now, the container, which is color blue, just have the height of 30 pixels, but because I use the expanded widget, this automatically fills out the remaining space. So let me remove the height for the container with color blue and wrap this up also with expanded widget, and save this. Now this is going to take equal space on my screen. The space is going to be shared between the two container, and this even allows us to customize it further by adding what we call flex. And when I add flex to it and I make this, let's make this 2, and I make this flex, and I say 3. So this is going to take like 2 quarter of the screen, and this is going to take like 3. So when I make this, let's change this from and take this to maybe 5 and this 3. So you see how it's been we see how the space on the mobile app screen is being shared based on what I set my flex to be. So I can still copy this, and I can still paste this, and then let me make this let me just remove by default the flex is at 1. So if I should just remove this flex now, let me comment this, and let me comment this and save this. So it's going to, okay, this is still blue. Let me change this to green and save this. Color to green, yeah. Save. Alright, and save this. So yeah, the space is being shared among the 3 container equally, and the same way you can use it for row, you can do the same thing. For container, you can do the same thing for row. If I save this now, you can see the space is being shared equally among the 3 container. So that's it for today's tutorial on rule and column widget. These are powerful tools for building flexible and responsive layouts in Flutter. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, share it, and leave your question in the comments. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.